2,500 push-ups, and 1,000 suicides.
Pause. Yo, 2,500 push-ups and 1,000 suicides before you could play on the high school basketball team. If my high school coach would have told me that, Jaylen Brown would have never made it to the NBA. I'll tell you that right now. He would have never been there. Hey GQ, I'm Jaylen Brown, and this is The Breakdown. First up, he got game.
Go to big state, right? Right there.
High school player, dealing with pressure of choosing a college, highly touted. I feel like I was in a similar position, not as dramatic, of course, but I know what it feels like to have a lot of pressure and making decisions and having all that stuff happening around you as a kid. Spike Lee did a great job of embodying that. I think there's definitely more pressure probably picking a college because that is such a determinant of your future. Once you get drafted, you got pressure because you might not know where you're going, but for me it's just like a monkey off my back. I've been thinking about, working towards, and dreaming about the day that I was going to be drafted all my life. So when it finally happened, it wasn't celebratory. It sounds weird, but it was almost like finally it's over. Like now I can move on and focus on what's next.
Take them shines off, that go.
You gonna take that low jack off?
Don't come off, son.
Jake's knee braces, he could have selected something a little bit familiar. I don't know what he got on, man. He got on these old man knee braces, but great movie, man. I just want to watch the whole thing.
Game time.
It looked like he could actually hoop. Sometimes you watch movies and they got actors playing basketball and you could tell right off the bat, like, nah, buddy. Nah, this is not your deal. Denzel could actually play.
I didn't teach you that, though, did I? That's something I didn't teach you. That's something you gotta learn on your own.
Pause. That's what's dope about basketball. You can talk trash, and that's just a part of the game. Now it's so sensitive on the floor, you can't really say anything to anybody. You might get a tech, you might get a fine. I appreciate, those moments that I had growing up in the neighborhood that I grew up in, playing against, family members, friends of family members, and all that stuff. You get to talk trash. It's nothing more fun than that. Pause. That's an offensive foul. Like in any league, in any country, on any court, but you call a foul and you solve. That's something to talk about because it'd be awkward situations. You start to play and it get intense. Like nobody want to call fouls because if you call fouls, like you don't want to be that guy. But dude obviously got fouled, man. At a certain point, it just turned into football, and then that's when I gotta go. That's when it's time for me to leave because at that point we ain't about to play, we about to fight. You playing on the street, like you gotta be prepared for that. You gotta be ready for that.
Game time.
To me, it's a big difference between college and the NBA. College is cool, I feel like, to help develop you mentally, to get ready for the rigors of the NBA, like emotionally, socially, spiritually, all that type stuff. But to be honest, on the basketball side, I was ready to play in the NBA when I came out of high school. I'm not saying you don't develop in college, but you develop the most in the NBA. When it's your job to play basketball, and you playing against the best, it's gonna force you to get better. The rules have just changed in terms of athletes being able to get paid on their likeness, but when I was in college, no, you will not be compensated for anything other than your tuition. And if you left, like me, you didn't leave on good terms, they wouldn't pay for you if you wanted to come back. But luckily, I left on good terms. At some point, I'm coming back, and I better pay for my stuff. I ain't playing. He Got Game, classic, legendary movie. Spike Lee did his thing. I'm hearing He Got Game 2 is coming out. If you're looking for, somebody to play a lead role or somebody to come and audition, look no further, man. I'm right here. Next up is Coach Carter.
Before you can play on this team, you owe me 2,500 push-ups and 1,000 suicides.
Pause. Yo, 2,500 push-ups and 1,000 suicides before you could play on the high school basketball team. My high school coach would have told me that Jaylen Brown would have never made it to the NBA. I'll tell you that right now. He would have never been there. I think the worst punishment, I was thinking in high school, definitely, when we had conditioning before the season started, we would have to run a mile and then run an Indian mile. The whole team is running together in a straight line, and the last person has to get to the front of the line. You got to keep going until you finish 4 laps around the track. I remember when I was doing it, our coach, he was kind of halfway paying attention. I suggested when we hit the curve, everybody slow down. He can't see the curve, so we did it as a team. We finished the mile, so the coach, we think we about to, break it down and get out of here. The coach said, "Which one of y'all mother decided to slow down on the curve?" I think everybody was gonna snitch on me. He was like, y'all don't wanna say nothing? All right, y'all gotta do it again. People was mad at me, but nobody snitched on me. I got some real day ones from the crew.
What is your deepest fear, Mr. Cruz? That you're inadequate? Give up, Mr. Cruz. Go home.
You gotta respect it though. How many kids, possibly including myself, would have just been like, you know what, this may not be for me, or I need to transfer schools, I need to go somewhere else. The fact that Cruz stuck it out, I salute Cruz for that. And the fact that Coach Carter, did what he did to bring the best, out of his players was great. I've been able to, spend time in Richmond, which is in the Bay Area where the movie was taking place. So I've gotten to meet some of the actual people that was in this movie, which was dope. Pause. See, I believe in all of that. I think that was and everybody looks at this movie and be like, that was noble of him and da. He waited till this man did 1,000 push-ups and 1,000 suicides by himself. Bro, you could have helped me from the jump. Like, why you wait all the way to this moment till I'm dead tired, my feet hurt, my back hurt, I ain't got nothing left, and now you want to be no. I would have been hot. I would have been upset, but everybody's sentimental moment. This movie, everybody overlooked that, but I agree, the teamwork. If one person struggle, we all struggle. One person down, we all down. I believe in that, and that don't just apply to basketball, that apply to life, that apply to any group effort, any business. We in this together. Next up, white man can't jump.
Hey, one more bucket, me and Zeke are splitting $1,700.
Baby, this is a bucket you will never see.
Yeah. You tried to hustle. This white boy can play. Still wasn't good enough.
Man. What are we gonna check to play? Now D up, man.
Game on the line. That's when the trash talking get to his peak. When all the pressure on, that's when you're gonna see what somebody's about. Especially on the streets, that's what makes the game fun. That's what you like to see. It's different playing out there and then playing in the NBA, because you never know what might happen after a game on the street. Ain't nothing about to happen in the NBA.
Thought he was gonna pass the ball, man. Thought he. Of course he ain't.
Here we go, baby. One more, we got
D up, man.
You don't know what D is.
When somebody say D up, I mean it's a crucial point in the game, and you got to get a stop. You got to play some good defense right here. Look clean to me. I didn't see no travels, no double dribbles. Everything looks solid.
You just jumped. Oh, both of y'all. Yes, both of y'all. Yes, y'all go back to SeaWorld. 1,700.
You got to stay down on shot fakes. That's crucial. He jumped on the bit on the shot fake. Defender, he obviously either was trying to get you off your feet or trying to get fouled. You got to stay down.
Hey, you just jumped.
When you bite on the shot fake, that is like a piece of you dies on the inside. When the defender gets you up on the shot fake, I hate that. I hate that more than anything. To lose like he just did on that, I know that stung. I know he's sick right now. Next up, Space Jam.
You're doing it! You're becoming mighty!
Come on, guys, no pain, no gain.
I don't hear it!
First, I'm digging the warm-up, aerobics. That's a great way to get going. That's all I wanted to say. Keep going.
Guys, idiots, look who's finally ready to play.
Michael Jordan, for sure, has been an innovator in the sneaker space. He's definitely set trends and made waves culturally that are still relevant to today. So, gotta tip your hat. and give respect where respect is due. I'm a firm believer that if you look good, you will play good. So sneakers are very essential. I think that is a culture behind sneakers, especially, growing up. The crazier the sneakers, the better you better play. I think there's an emphasis on sneaker culture in basketball, no question. I've seen some guys like having a bad game, switch their shoes at halftime. I've seen a lot of different things. Guys, they have a good game in a pair of shoes, they wear them when another big game comes up. I think that people believe in the magic, especially when it comes to the sneaker game.
Oh, thank God, you're all right. You're all right.
I want to stop again. I just wanted to point out, everybody in the NBA probably can agree to this. Everybody knows a guy like that. Just affectionate for no reason, lots of love and hugs. You gotta appreciate him. Space Jam is a classic, for sure. Next up, semi-pro.
He makes the start here. In fact, it looks like he's running the offense.
I'm gonna pause it right there before we even get started. Why is Will Ferrell in the basketball jersey? There's some foolery going on here. Will Ferrell should not be in the basketball jersey in any shape or form. Describe an alley-oop is when a player with the ball throws the ball to his teammate in proximity of the rim, and his teammate catches it while in midair and scores it. Sometimes you make eye contact, sometimes you don't, sometimes it's just a read. It just all goes in the flow of the game.
Foul! No, 2 fouls.
Foul? I didn't touch anybody.
I'll burn your house down!
Oh, hold on.
I played on some teams with some interesting guys who have taught a lot words to the refs. I think the most disrespectful, player that I've ever played with is for sure Isaiah Thomas. What was so absurd about it, he was the littlest dude on the court, and he talking crazy to everybody. That was Isaiah. And he backed it up, so I gotta salute him for that. This is one of my favorite movies. This is a great movie. Next up, Love and Basketball.
One game, one-on-one.
For what?
I know what she about to say. All right, I know what she about to say. I done probably seen this movie at least 500 times. I know every word. I can go word for word. You want me to do that? I can go word for the whole rest of the thing.
1st to 10.
5.
You scared?
I got better things to do.
Check.
There's a lot of rules in one-on-one, depending on, where you play at. But most people where I know, they play 3 dribbles one-on-one, or they play like 5 seconds. Yeah, nobody got time to be guarding somebody for a whole shot clock or letting them dribble 55 times. One-on-one, it helps with the real game, but a lot of times if you don't have the responsibility or the trust on your team to be able to do stuff you do in one-on-one, it's totally different. Your role on the court might be different from one-on-one, where it's just you and a defender. Pause. I love watching women's basketball. I think the only difference is maybe, athleticism and strength, but skill level and all that stuff is there. It's dope. You watch the game and you learn different tactics. I've worked out with female, basketball players. Teresa Witherspoon, Spoon. When I first got into the league, she was one of the first people to put the battery in my back defensively. She gets after it like no other. Everybody knows that. I would say she's probably one of the people that I've always turned to or appreciated, because I got to work out with her in Worcester, and her passion for the game that I always appreciated. So shout out to Spoon. You gotta finish. You gotta make that. It's a layup. You had him. So now he can't go out like that. Play.
I don't hear you talking.
Oh, dang! He did her like that.
Hey. Double or nothing.
Pause. Oh! He said double or nothing. Oh! All right, yeah, that's one of my favorite. Yeah, that was one of my favorite parts. All right, let me get myself together. I think having dominant lead female roles is important, especially within sports. I think there's a lot of misogyny in our society, and I think future is female. So having visual representations of strong female lead roles in sports and music and any other shape or form and any other type of, business or et cetera is important. I think just being able to have that visual representation. And I think there's always been a lack thereof in Hollywood and in film and in other stuff. So this was a great movie with a female lead role, and a Cal graduate did her thing. So shout out to her for paving the way for a lot of female roles and a lot of athletes, female athletes who probably, this is their favorite movie too. Thank you guys for watching these clips with me. Hope you enjoyed these movies and as much as I did growing up. I'll tune in with you guys next time.